Hi everyone, my name is Jordan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tier ranking list of every book I've read so far this year. I am recording this on June 8th, 2022, so this will be every book I've read up until this point. The only books I've left out are the Naruto volumes I've read because I cannot remember them individually. I don't know what happened in each one, so I don't remember my enjoyment of each individual one. So I'm leaving all of those out. However, I have my tier ranking list of every other book I've read so far this year. I have them on my iPad, so I will be looking down for probably a bunch of this video, but I will do my best to stay engaged with the camera. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so this is my list here. These are all the books here on these little images underneath. These are not in any order. They're not in order of how I read them. They're in order of how they saved from Google. So I've just inputted them all. They're in no particular order. My tiers are new fave, which is top tier, 5 stars. I will rave about this book. A lot of these you'll probably already know will be in the new fave category. Next up, I have So Good. This is super enjoyable. I really liked it. I wouldn't call it a favorite, but I really, really enjoyed reading it. Next, I have Enjoyable. These are good books. Nothing to write home about. Books I wouldn't read again, but that were fun to read and I did like. Next, I have This is books that are just kind of okay. Didn't like them, but I didn't absolutely hate them. They're just books that I can say I've read. And then I have Gross. Pretty self-explanatory. These are books I absolutely detested and I would not recommend to my worst enemy. So let's get into it. First up, I have Electric Idol by Katie Robert. This is the sequel to Neon Gods. I loved Neon Gods, and I thought Electric Idol was a big letdown. I was so disappointed in this book. I had such high hopes for how steamy and good Neon Gods was. Electric Idol was so boring in comparison. So, next I have Light from Uncommon Stars by Rika Aoki. I loved this book. I had no idea what it was going into it. I just thought the cover was pretty. And so I checked it out from the library as an audiobook and listened to it. And it took me by surprise. And I loved it. So I'm going to say that is a new fave. Definitely go to read that if you are into sci-fi and music. Yeah. Next I have A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. This book was fine. It's just not my genre. I don't know why I picked it up. I picked it up because everyone else was reading it. That's why. And so I was like, let me give it a shot. And it's just not my genre. It's kind of a thriller, culty kind of book. And I just didn't like it. And that's expected because I don't like the genre. So I'm going to say it was eh. I'll say I enjoyed Electric Idol better than A History of Wild Places. Next I have Savvy Sheldon Feels Good. I liked this book. I'm going to put it in enjoyable. I liked it. It's a romance book. I just felt like it was less romance, more self-help than I was expecting and that I wanted. So, not a bad book by any means. I just wanted more romance. Next, I have Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. Loved this book. Just finished it. I think it's better than It Happened One Summer or whatever the first book is called. I think this one was better. I thought it was so good. Loved it. The romance was steamy. The romance was good. I think I probably just related to the main character more than I related to Piper. Still, great book. Next I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This will probably also go in the So Good. Is it better than Hook, Line, and Sinker? Yeah. The romance in Hook, Line, and Sinker is better than the romance in Book Lovers. But I felt a lot of personal connection with Book Lovers, so it touched me a little more. Next I have Count Your Lucky Stars. I'm going to say this is better than both of these romance books. Am I? Yeah. This is a sapphic romance that I thought was so good, so steamy. I absolutely loved it. I love Alexandria Bellefleur's writing. Love this whole series. This is the third one. Highly recommend. Next I have The Disordered Cosmos by Chanda Prescott Weinstein. This is a nonfiction sci-fi. Well, it's not sci-fi. It's science. It's not science fiction. It's science nonfiction. I really liked it. It talks about the inequalities in the science community, but it also talks about space, and I love space stuff. I'm gonna say new fave. It's probably one of my favorite nonfiction books I've read in a while. but not better than Light from Uncommon Stars. Next I have this Percy Jackson. I'm not going to be able to tell which each of these are. This is The Last Olympian, I think. Let me look. Guys, I don't remember what each of these are. You can't see the title. Okay, I have no idea which one this is. I think this is the last one. Let me look it up. So this is The Last Olympian. I've done the research. I've looked it up. This one is The Last Olympian. So all of these books, I feel like they're all going to go in the same tier. They were all good. I wouldn't reread them, I don't think. I think this is something that I had to have read when I was this age. Like when I was in the age group that this was intended for, because I'm having a very hard time connecting to middle grade and YA books lately. And I see people my age reading these books on BookTube and stuff and like absolutely loving them. And I just want that for myself because I read them and I'm like, while it's cute, it's hard to connect because I'm not that age. Now, it might be because I have, like, no memories from childhood. I have, like, a really bad memory, and so I just don't remember a lot about my childhood. I just have, like, certain snippets that I remember, and I remember, like, emotions and stuff, but, like, very specific memories I don't really have. So maybe that's why I have a hard time connecting with this stuff, because I don't remember those younger times as well as I think other people do. So this is enjoyable. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. This is enjoyable. This is the last one in the series. It was probably my favorite of the 5, this last one. Just because they're kind of matured a little more, and I felt like a lot of the plot wrap-ups were really well done. Next I have Hunger of the Gods. New fave. I was so surprised by this one because I didn't really like the first one, and I was really nervous I was not going to like this one too. Not that I didn't like the first one. I just didn't love it like everyone else did. I did like it. I liked it a lot. I just didn't love it like everyone else. So this one, though, blew my brain, blew me out of the water. I loved it, so new fave. Y'all already know my thoughts on Ship of Magic and all of those. The first one, I'll probably say the first one is after Hunger of the Gods. They're all so good. These were all 5 stars, so like it's like apples and oranges. They're all incredible, but I'll say it's under Hunger of the Gods. This one, the Battle of the Labyrinth, Percy Jackson, I remember not really liking this one, actually. It's going to be top of eh. I just felt like the labyrinth was not explored well enough. Like, the concept of the labyrinth. It could have been so cool, and I think it just couldn't get very dark because it's a younger kid's book. So, I didn't like this one as much. Kaikei is a new fave. I loved this book. I love mythological retellings. I thought this book was phenomenal. So, yeah, definitely a new fave. I feel like I'm going to be really bad about this. I feel like my top 2 tiers are about to be huge. We're going to reevaluate at the end and kind of double check that I've thought these through well enough, because I go into books just so empty-headed. I want to enjoy books. So, like, I try not to think super critically while I'm reading. Like, some people really get into the nuances of, like, themes and plot devices and things like that. And I do to an extent, but I'm just reading for fun. Like, I'm reading for enjoyment. So I do enjoy a lot of the books I read. I also know my reading taste, so, like, for the most part, I can pick up books I know I will like. So I think this is going to be a top-heavy tier list, but we'll see. Leviathan Wakes. That's a eh. I didn't love this book. I liked some of the plot lines. I hated any time we were in Miller's point of view, but the rest of it was okay. I'm uncertain if I'm going to continue the series. I might give the second one a shot and just kind of see, like, where the story's going, because Miller's point of view I didn't like for a very specific reason, and that reason has changed. So I'm hoping that the second one will kind of go in a different direction that I'm more interested in, because I liked the way it ended. So I'm going to try the second one and we'll see. The Blade itself was good. It was enjoyable. I know that's kind of controversial. I talk about it more in my May wrap-up, which I'll link above if you want to know why I didn't love it as much as everyone else. I didn't hate it. It was a good book. It just wasn't my favorite. So, next we have Ship of Destiny. This is above Hunger of the Gods. This is one of the most satisfying endings to a trilogy I've ever read. Probably after Jade Legacy. This book was phenomenal. I absolutely love this series. I'm raving about Robin Hobb in every video. This series is my new favorite of hers. Granted, I've only read 2. I've read Farseer in this one, so yeah, we'll put that at the top. Not a Nation of Immigrants. I feel like I should have not included nonfiction now that I'm looking at this, because almost all the nonfiction I read is like a fave, but for very different reasons than fiction. I feel like I should have left out the nonfiction. I might skip the nonfiction. How are we feeling? Should I skip the nonfiction? Yeah, let's take the nonfiction out. Let's put the nonfiction at the end, because nonfiction I read to educate myself for the most part. I mostly read educational materials when I'm reading nonfiction, and so I feel like putting it in this list is disingenuous to what the purpose of it is. I'm not reading it to enjoy it, I'm reading it to learn. So I'm going to leave those off. I shouldn't have put them on there to begin with. Next I have Age of Ash. I didn't like this book. I thought it was so boring. I got it as an ARC. I should have DNF'd it. It was just really boring. I did not like it. Cytonic, this was good, but I will say, I'll put it here. It was really good. I liked it a lot. I just like the series Skyward, but Skyward was definitely better than the other two. But I think Cytonic was better than the second. So, Kingdom of the Curse. This one was just really fun. I like this series. It's just a lot of fun to read. It's like fantasy romance, like smutty. It's just fun. I just like them. They're not like literary masterpieces, but they're really enjoyable. Next up is the third Percy Jackson. Again, this one's enjoyable. I thought this one was cute. They're all cute. I don't remember the details of some of these. I remember the Battle of the Labyrinth because I remember specifically not really liking it. And I remember the last one because I read it recently. But the first three, I'm not sure if I'm going to remember the nuances of what happens in each. But we'll just put them in enjoyable. They were good. Next, I have House of Sky and Breath. I want to put it in gross because of how angry it made me. But I don't actually think it's gross. It was just eh. I enjoyed it more than these. Yeah, I enjoyed it more than these, but it wasn't great. I have a full review of it. I'll link it above. Not a bad book, not a great book. Next, I have Goliath by Tochiyanyabuchi. This is a sci-fi Afrofuturism. It's an arc I got. I haven't talked about it on this channel. It's not bad. It just wasn't... I think I read Parable of the Sower after I read this one, a few months after. And now they're kind of twisted in my head. Like, I feel like I don't remember Goliath because it had similar themes as Parable of the Sower, and I liked Parable of the Sower more. So I'm going to put this in enjoyable. It was good. I just don't remember a lot of it. We'll put it here. Next, we have Little Thieves. I honestly don't remember a lot of this book. I think I liked it. I'm trying to remember if I got this one confused with... No, I think I liked this one. We'll say it's enjoyable, but we'll put it at the end because I don't remember really what it's about, and so it's obviously not that enjoyable. This one I didn't like at all, Clara and the Sun. I see people raving about it all the time, and I think they read a different book because I thought it was so boring. There are children currently running by my window right now screaming. Anyway, I didn't like it. I thought it was boring. I didn't get the hype. Not my type of sci-fi. I'm not into like the artificial intelligence kind of thing. I want space. So I'm reading sci-fi, I want a space opera. I don't really like the earthbound artificial intelligence kind of stories. It's just not my thing. Ace of Spades. What an incredible book. Yeah, I'll put it there. Ace of Spades was one of the most incredible books I've read this year, obviously. It's a thriller, and I've said before I don't really read a lot of thrillers, but this one was top-notch. It was like dark academia thriller, so I really liked that aspect of it. It does read a little younger because it's set in a high school, but it did not put me off at all. I thought it was incredible. The twists and turns were, whew. City of Dusk. I really liked this book. I think that the writing was... You know what? I'm gonna switch these. I think that the writing was... not the best, but it is a debut novel, but I thought the plot had so much going for it that I'm still pumped for the next one. Next we have King of Battle and Blood. This book sucked. I read it in one sitting. Oh my gosh, why won't this let me move it here? There we go. I read it in one sitting. It's a steamy vampire book, but the plot made absolutely no sense, and the romance wasn't that great, and the steamy scenes weren't either. It just wasn't a good book. The Stardust Thief. I really loved this book. I really did. For some reason, I let me put books at the front. I really loved this book. It was an arc I got, and I think it has so much potential for the rest of the series. I am very pumped for what is to come. I think that the story and the atmosphere is great. Parable of the Sower, which I just talked about. Afrofuturism, dystopia kind of book. This was a really good book. It's hard doing this because, like, how do you compare Parable of the Sower to a smutty romance book? Because Parable of the Sower is like this beautifully written, scary book about the future of America, and these are just like, look at this cute romance. But I'm going to do it based off enjoyability. So I think I'll put it here. It was very good. I just maybe didn't enjoy it as much as some of the other books. Romances are just easy to read, and they're happy books. They make you feel good. So, Twisted Love, awful. Awful. Why are you guys reading this book? It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. That's all I'll say about it. The Atlas 6, we know my thoughts on this. Now, this is going to be interesting because I always say it's one of my favorite books, but will it beat these? Here's the thing. It's not better than those. Ugh. It's really good, though. It's really good, but I can't put it above Robin Hobb. Robin Hobb, that series ripped my heart out of my chest. Yeah, we'll put it there. One of the best books I've read this year still, though. Juniper and Thorn. This one is so good. We'll put it here. I didn't like it more than City of Dusk. Did I? No. It's a horror book. A lot of body horror. Very dark. But I did like it. All the Feels. This one was good. We'll put it here. I just read this one recently and I really liked it. I won't go into what it's about, but it's a very cute romance I just read recently. I definitely recommend it. It's second to Spoiler Alert. It's a part of a series, and I also really liked Spoiler Alert. I read it last year, I think. Next is The Great Hunt. I can't in good faith put this above Goliath. The Great Hunt was fine. It's the second book in The Wheel of Time. It was fine. It was fine. I have strong opinions about The Wheel of Time right now, so I'm not going to get too far into this one. This is another nonfiction. Very good, but nonfiction. I'm not going to do those right now, I've said. This is nonfiction. This is nonfiction. So we'll leave those out for reasons I said before. Next is The Dragon Reborn, which is the third. No. Okay, hold on. I got this mixed up. Did I? No. Okay, no, I didn't. Dragon Reborn. Hated it. Not as much as those. Dragon Reborn is the third one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Hated it. I did not like the third one. It was so boring. Next up, Hair of the Ninth. Incredible. Just finished this recently. One of the most incredible books. Loved it. Yeah, we'll put it there. What an incredible series. What a well-written series. Incredible. Age of Swords. Okay, here's the thing. With the Legends of the First Empire series, I've listened to them all on audiobook, and most of them I listened to back to back. I am having a hard time remembering what happened in each one because they all kind of have run together for me as one big incredible story. So I'm probably going to put them all around the same point. They just get better and better. So Age of Swords, I think, was the second or third one. I think it was Age of Myth, Age of War, Age of Myth, Age of Swords, Age of War, Age of Legend. Yes. And then there's two more I still have to read. So Age of Swords, I'm going to put it here. And let's just do all of them since I said I can't remember what was what. We're going to say Age of Legend is here. Age of War. Age of Myth. They're all so good, so I'm going to put them all right there because I don't remember what happened in each individual one. I remember what happened in Age of Myth, for sure. But the other three have all kind of blended together into one magnificent story. I love them all. The series is great. It's getting dark, so I'm trying to talk faster so I don't run out of light. Shadow Rising, you know, I said I liked it better than The Great Hunt, but not by much. The series, I have strong feelings on. I have a dedicated review for Shadow Rising, so I'll link that above. Check it out. This is The Sea of Monsters. I think I liked this one more than the other ones. I liked it. It was cute. This one was fun. Something Wilder. This book was freaking weird. The romance was cute enough, but like the story took a wild turn that I just was very uncertain of. I did like it more than House of Sky Breath. Enough said. That's Mad Ship. You can't see the title on all of these because it makes them squares, but that's the second one. Phenomenal. It's hard to decide between Mad Ship and Ship of Destiny because Ship of Destiny had such satisfying conclusions, but Mad Ship is just like so good. The first one, cute. I'll put it after. There we go. Yeah, I liked it. It was cute. Gallant was fine. It was fine. We'll put it here. Yeah. Haunted House, kind of like YA book. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of, I've heard people say it's adult, but it didn't really read adult to me. I mean, it definitely was pretty dark. Maybe it is adult. I don't know. It was fine. Not amazing. Justice of Kings, I liked a lot. Like, it's almost a new fave. I won't say it's a new fave, but it's almost there. It's very good. Highly recommend. Also really good. It is YA, and you guys know my qualms with YA. All personal qualms. Put it there. Really good book. Definitely recommend. It is contemporary too, so like the fact I just put a contemporary YA in the so good category should tell you it's so good because I don't like contemporary YA. Next is Ivory Key. It was fine, but I don't remember a whole lot of what happened already, but I did like it. I know it's about like siblings running a kingdom, so I did like it. It's YA, so that's probably why I've put it in this enjoyable category. Fevered Star. I had such high hopes. It just fell into middle book syndrome. Oh my gosh, I can't put it below Wheel of Time. We'll put it there. I have neighbors that are being quite noisy in the hallway, so if you can hear them, I apologize. I have to keep filming so that I don't run out of sunlight. So, all right, Gideon the Ninth. Let's see. Ponder. I think I'm going to put it here. Harrow the Ninth was amazing. Gideon the Ninth is also really good, but Harrow the Ninth I was blown away. That's all of them. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, let's take a look and make sure I've done this properly. Let's move things around if need be. I'm going to move The Great Hunt to... because I definitely enjoyed these other books more. Okay, that was easy. Yep, Robin Hobb at the front. Duh. Hunger of the Gods, loved. Okay, but did I like Harrow the Ninth more than Hunger of the Gods? I think I did. Not more than those, but yeah, I think that's better. Okay, let's see. Light from Uncommon Stars, yep. Those are good. Do I need to move anything up? You know, I might move just one of these up, just like as a representative, because I did really love that series. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. And I'm so tempted to move House of Sky and Breath to gross, but there were parts I liked, and I am going to continue the series, and I feel like I wouldn't continue a series. Well, actually, that's a lie, because I put Dragon Reborn down there, but yeah, I don't think House of Sky and Breath is gross. We'll say eh. I think I gave it 3 stars. That's an eh, right? I mean, I think 3 stars is enjoyable. I probably should lower my ranking of House of Sky and Breath, but here we are. The thing is the gross category is books I absolutely detest, and I don't understand why people read them. Like, A History of Wild Places was not a bad book, it's just not my genre, so I didn't like it. Age of Ash I just didn't enjoy. Like, none of these books am I, like, absolutely hating. These books in gross I hated, and I don't get it. Like, I don't get why people like them at all. Yeah, Twisted Love is definitely the worst book I've read this year. It's a romance book for anyone that doesn't know. It's a dark romance. I thought it was dumb. And the steamy scenes, which are supposed to be like what draws people to dark romance, not even good. Ugh, let me not get into it. Okay, I think this is good. I think this is it. Yeah, I will save this photo and I will save this as a photo and link it somewhere. Maybe? I don't know if I can even do that. We'll see. I'll try to post this somewhere. Maybe I'll post it on my Instagram story or something. Just so, as a reference for anyone that wants it. I think this is a good list. It's pretty balanced too. Like, I'm not surprised that the so good and enjoyable tier have a little more in them. And I feel like I didn't put too many in the new faves. I feel like I have a hard time sometimes, like, committing myself to say that that's one of my favorite books, and I read too many books that are my favorites. But I think I did an okay job. Like, I would call these books all up here new favorites. Yeah, I would call these all new favorites. I recommend these books all the time. So these are books that I definitely am like, you guys should read this. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's good. This was fun. I've never done one of these tier videos before. This was a lot of fun. I should do another one. I'll probably do one at the end of the year or at the beginning of next year that I'd continue on this with the rest of the books I read in this year because it's kind of halfway through the year. So I'll probably do another one after the year is over that has all of these plus everything else I've read and update it if my feelings have changed on any of these books, and then adding on my new books, and we'll go from there. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be cool. That'll be cool. It's kind of like a mid-year check-in that's not the mid-year freakout tag. I like that. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This video has been a little more chaotic than normal, but I think it was a lot of fun to film. I hope it was a lot of fun to watch. I know that some of these tiers will make people mad, but just remember, everyone has different tastes, everyone has different opinions, everyone's opinions are good, unless they're not. Unless they say that Robin Hobb is bad, then their opinions are wrong, factually, objectively. So anyway, I hope that this video makes any sense. I hope I didn't talk too fast, because I was trying to get all of this out there before the sun goes down. So I hope I didn't speed through this too fast, but this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what made you angry about this list. Please let me know what made you angry, what you think I should change. And if you like Twisted Love, write me an essay on why, because I don't understand. Anyway, I hope you guys like this. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, as always, your support means the world to me, and until next time, thanks.